Good afternoon, my fellow family, friends, and colleagues. This is your girl, Dr. Charity, aka the Queen of Divas, and I'm here to give you your weekly encouragement on today. Well, I just decided to bring it on just a little bit later after spending some great quality time with my family this morning. But I am here. I have not forgot about y'all. I am here to share some of my quality time with you as well on this somewhat rainy, spring, humid, but glorious and blessed day. So on this beautiful day, I hope that everybody who is tuning in, everybody who is logging in and listening in are all tapping into it. Tapping into it because you know that this is the only way I'm going to get what I did rightfully deserve and what I rightfully desire. Because guess what? It's mine. It's waiting on me. I'm not waiting on it. It's already there. It's already waiting on me. I just got to prepare myself. I got to do what I got to do to get what's rightfully mine. How many is doing that? In preparation for the manifestation as I've previously stated. Because it's not. You're not waiting on it. It's waiting on you. But you've got to do what you've got to do. Well, that's what I hope and pray and wish that everybody out there that's tuning in is doing. Because I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious as that heart attack was with Red Fox. He faked it on Sanford and Son, but it seriously took him out when he was on the set of The Royal Family. And I'm just as serious as that. It's real. It's here. It's coming your direction. It's waiting on you. Your destiny is not 10 years and 20 years in the making. It's here right now. So you got to actually believe that it is. Believe it is what it is. And that you've got to do what you've got to do. Because it's here. Got to take it seriously. With that being said, just for a few moments, I'm going to share, as I told you, and I informed you every week with this weekly encouragement, that I am in transition. I am being moved out of my comfort zone in all aspects of my life. So I am having to come out of my comfort zone in all aspects of my life. And so I want to share a little bit of a portion of this weekly encouragement. Is something that we haven't had in a while, which is a power motivator. I got one for you today to help anybody that may be going through, that may be trying to open that door to their destiny, trying to go in, trying to tap into it, trying to gain what's rightfully theirs. But then you don't understand that I've been doing all the work, but ain't nothing coming back. Anybody else feeling that? You're doing all the investment, you're doing all the work, you're doing everything that it takes, but it seems like nothing is coming through. It just seems like it's I done did my part, but I still don't see it. Anybody else in that? Well, if that's you on today, lend me your ear, because I got something. I got a power motivator for you today that's going to explain, but not only explain why it's doing that, it's going to motivate you and boost you to say, you know what? Regardless of what I'm being faced with, I shall win. I will get mine. Okay? Just lend me a listening ear on today. Just tune in just a little bit. Just a little bit on this right here. Because this power booster is for you. So if I had to give this weekly encouragement a title, it would be, there's a pressing in the stressing to obtain the blessing. Let that resonate just for a bit. And I'm going to say it again so it gets on the inside. Tell yourself, there's a pressing in the stressing to obtain and get the blessing. Well, what do you mean, Dr. Charity? What you mean? I mean that the pressing, the stressing, that strain you feeling while you're trying to gain what you feel, you're trying to gain, what you're trying to get, that right there is necessary. That's what I'm telling you today. That pressing and that strain and all that emotional discourse and all that headache and stuff that you're going through that you feel like is worthless, that just tells you that every time you try to tap into it, that ain't nothing gonna come through, it ain't gonna work out, you stupid, you feel out of whack, you feel not yourself, you feel like you're doing the wrong thing, you feel like it's worthless. Well, guess what? Today I'm telling you, it ain't worthless. It's worth every bit of what you're doing. Because it takes the pressing in the stressing to gain the blessing. It happens every time. Use an example. You don't get fine wine just from turning on a faucet or poking a hole in a grape. It takes straining and pressing that grape, and it's the more stronger the pressing, the finer the wine. So that's telling you something. I thought the same thing. I've been feeling it for the past couple of months. When God showed me and revealed, I felt like, okay, well, since God revealed and showed it to me, okay, so I should be able to just turn the doorknob and go through. But it seemed like when I put the work in, it's almost like God is saying, thank you, but nothing happens. Thank you, nothing happens. Thank you, nothing happens. I'm looking like, what's going on? What's going on? Why me? Why have you told me that this is meant for me? Why isn't it coming to me? And that right there, I'm telling you today, that is the example of the pressing. That's the pressing in the stressing. Sarah Jakes Roberts put it another way. She said that it's killing and then building at the same time. It's killing the older version of you while building up the new version of you. As I told you before, the Spirit had already told me back in 2023 that I was going to be taken somewhere where what I did previously was not going to apply to where I was going. I couldn't do the same thing. And it was serious because where I'm at right now, as I told you last week, I've never been in this place. I'm like Tamla Man. I've been a lot of places, seen a lot of faces, but I've never been in this place. And in this place, it is nothing like where I've been before. This is a roller coaster, emotional roller coaster that has you crying, feeling high on one day, feeling and sobbing tears the next day, and don't even know whether you're going left or right, coming or going. But I'm telling you today that ain't nothing but the pressing and the stressing, because it takes that to gain the blessing. Because guess what? The more pressing, as I said about that wine, the more pressing means the bigger the blessing, the greater the blessing on your end. But the main thing you have to keep in mind is, as I've told you before, you got to endure. You have to make up your mind that I don't mind the pressing through this stressing, because that is my blessing. I'm going to get mine. Nobody is going to keep me from getting what is rightfully mine. So today, I want you to have in a mindset that in your mindset and your mind state, that what I'm feeling, this hassle, this battle, this headache, this stress that I'm going through is nothing but the pressing in the stressing. It ain't somebody cursing you. It ain't worthless. It ain't, I don't want to do this. Oh, it ain't none of that. What it is the rightful test to make sure that you're prepared for what is waiting for you right here and right now. That's what it is. The pressing is mandatory, but it ain't doing nothing but setting you up for your blessing on the other side. So keep that in mind, beginning today, that I'm being pressed and stressed because I'm about to be bountifully blessed, abundantly blessed. And that's why I'm going through so much. But it's worth it. In the end, I'm going to tell you, it's worth it. You're not going to feel sorry. The only time you're going to feel sorry is if you decide to walk away today. You walk away, you're going to regret. But if you decide to press on and endure through the pressing, and the stressing, you're going to enjoy every bit of that blessing, and it's going to be worth it. So my word and my encouragement today is, there is a pressing in the stressing to obtain and gain that blessing, because it's waiting on you. You're not waiting on it. It's ready for you. Your season and your time is now. Now is the time to go forward, because it's waiting on you, and it's worth it. The pressing is not worthless. It's worth it. So I would endure. The encouragement to you today, endure till you get it. Well, that's all that I have for you on today. But tune in next week for another weekly encouragement. And subscribe to Lady Superwoman at Lady Superwoman 9999 on YouTube for all of your weekly encouragements. And remember that there is a pressing in the stressing to obtain the blessing, because it's yours. And it's not worthless. It's worth it. Remember that. I love you, and I will see you next week. Bye.